Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like any debate man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz. Welcome to Marantz.
You ever get irritated? You just wake up on the wrong side of the bed? I never do, but I'm just asking, do you? There's a headline coming out to me just out of nowhere that I didn't ask for. And so it just triggers a song after song after song. We're good now, right? Holy hell. Where's my producer? Can I fire him yet? Yeah. What are the homie music? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, what's happening? GME called us. Lovely Ryan. I don't know if you've ever called another man lovely. It's like when I was in the South, I lived in Savannah, Georgia for years, and they used to call men calling each other these names in terms of endearment. You used to see a man in the South, and they would go, "Oh my, hey there, beautiful. Hey there, lovely." Oh, like you would say, "Hey, sunshine." Excuse me. I had never heard that. I'm from California. I didn't know that's the way you talk. I mean, they talk a little sweet. You calling me? Hey, what's up, sweetie? Who the fuck you talking to me? You talking to me? No knees? I don't know. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Speaking of Ryan Cohen has been silent the last month. I already told you. It's one of those things where the window opens. It was so weird. He was doing interviews. I'm putting something up. I'm pegging something here to my front of me here. He said, peg. Don't get excited, De Niro. But in the pause. No, but so here's the thing. Ryan went ahead and was making all these public announcements and coming out and doing interviews and telling you he's bullish on eBay. Yet he's letting his money do all the talking. He's not necessarily talking to the press any longer. There's no need to beat it up in the press. Every time he says something, retweets something, it's a filing. And there's some money involved there. You got to file, but you also got to cover all your bases. Now, I know what today was. For those of you that are living under rocks, today was eBay's annual shareholder meeting. Let me tell you the clusterfuck that this was. Excuse my language walking in. So first you go to the link where it says, if you'd like to participate and or listen, feel free to click on this. Now, it's the biggest crock of shit ever because it's going to ask you for a control number. It's going to ask you for your name, address, everything you do. Why is it that I can listen to everyone else's earnings calls or annual shareholders meeting, but I can't listen to this one? Is it because I'm not an annual shareholder? Is it because I can't be a guest? Trust me, I tried. So then I called the number. It says, call this number, having a problem logging in. I called the number, and the people had no idea what company are you calling for? It's a generic number for multiple companies. It wasn't an eBay investor relations contact phone number. By the way, eBay, no phone number to call for anything. Everything's automated. Everything's online with some agent, with some bullshit AI. It's absolute garbage. Hi, this generation, we like to talk to people. We call. So I called this number that was on there. It said, call this 1-800 number. Talk to the people. I talked to them, and I tell them, I said, listen, I'm not here to lie to you. I don't own eBay shares. But I'd like to know if I can listen to the call so that I can decide if I'd like to buy some someday and or to know what's happening in the proxy. Let me ask you, you're the proxy solicitor, correct? Well, we're connected through them. Broadview, I believe that's the name of the company. Yeah, we could do it. We could do this at Broad something. I just can't remember right now. It didn't matter. They had no answers. Put me on hold. Do you got the QSIP number? No, I don't have that either. I don't. What are you talking about now? What do you need, lady? I just want to know what was the outcome of the results. What was the outcome of the proxy vote that everyone got to vote in on proxy on this vote There's a cutoff time and date. Why wouldn't you know those totals? If we all vote, just so that we're clear, we all vote digitally. Therefore, a running total is there. Period. This isn't mail-in votes. There's mail-in ballots coming. Ballots. I got to check the mail. I got to make sure no one's stuffing the mailbox. This isn't California. We're not Wisconsin. We're not Michigan. We're not Ohio, Florida, Pennsylvania. We're not rigging elections around here, allegedly. No. That number should have been out today. What the hell takes 24 hours? We're going to file an 8K and we're going to let you know in 24. For what? I can run a poll right now. You click it, it goes. What's so hard about this? Proxy solicitors? Why is Marantz up in arms? Why is he upset? Because if your company operates in the prehistoric timeline that you're running in, eBay, that means you're living from meeting to meeting. By the way, are those billable hours to the proxy solicitor and or to the attorneys that brought? Why can't we solve problems when they show up? Why are we running a company meeting to meeting? Somebody tell me. Do you know how long it would take you to be successful and or to hide what's about to happen? We do this meeting to meeting? I want to recount because apparently you're counting. Or maybe you should do what GameStop did, where GameStop said if there's overseas ones, this is what they said without saying it. If you're not giving value for the vote, then it doesn't count against the number. But now I got people like PP Seeds who's telling everybody, hey, the vote passed. Trust me, bro. Okay, verify it. Show it. You can't. You're just saying it in good faith and good. And I hope it passed, right? We all hope it passed. If you're not familiar, it's with proposal number 4 on eBay's annual shareholders meeting. Proposal number 4 is lowering the requirement to hold a special meeting via shareholders. You can call a shareholder vote on any topic, on any idea, on any meeting. You can hold a private meeting. Call them all there. They were trying to lower it. It used to be 25. They got it down to 20. Now they're at 20. They're trying to get it to 10. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully eBay comes to grips with it all. Now, I do want to talk about every eBay insider having shares that they sold off today via taxes, as you guys were all told. Now, I'm not going to be oblivious to the 10b5-1 program that every single insider has been using for the last 8 months. But that's how long eBay started buying back shares. January, February, March, and now earmarked an additional $2 billion on top of the 5 they just did, on top of the 8 they did 4 years previous too. Why does that matter? Why are insiders selling shares? Anybody have any idea? Did you know your golden parachute is one thing, but RSUs are vested? And you don't get vested RSUs. They don't get to run out their timeline if you're no longer employed by the company. So what happens? You get let go by the company, you get fired, or you get reassigned, or they give you the golden parachute. Awesome. Vested shares are given up. Yes. Because they didn't finish out their timeline. You can't prorate their vested shares. It's not how it works. It's in the fine print. So what are they doing? Depleting the coffers. And how do I know that part, man? I don't know, man. I don't know much. I'm just a dude reading headlines. I'm a dude reading headlines. The number one headline I read today that for the life of me, and I've been around this planet for almost 44 years now, and I read a headline that McDonald's, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country, of the nation's birth, is launching a fried apple pie in celebration of that. It's coming out on June the 23rd. I am excited. I will be at McDonald's to see this nationwide rollout. I love going to McDonald's and asking for ice cream, soft serve. They don't have any. The machine's down. Love going to McDonald's saying, do you have any of those apple pies? Do you have a warm strawberry cheesecake pie? Do you have, I don't care what, any kind of pie? We don't have any. We're sold out. Love it. Great idea, Mickey D's. That's what we're doing. Are we being like, are we just being shoved under the table here? The GameStop discussion. Why was nobody talking about eBay's proxy results and or annual shareholders meeting today? I'm talking about the media. No one in the media? I got to deal with bullshit. I got to deal with SpaceX still? SpaceX being valued, finally beating out Amazon. Amazon makes money, SpaceX doesn't. Amazon is running a very valuable company. Hell, it's Prime Day. It's Prime Week or Prime Weekend and or early Prime Days right now. Great deals on Amazon.com. Don't forget. But you're telling me that SpaceX, a company that's never made a profit, is all of a sudden more valuable than Amazon. We're going to look at some stocks tonight. We'll get through them. One of the big announcements that came out today, I find big to myself, is Pizza Hut was carved out of Yum Brands. That's right. You guys know about the three-headed monster. It'd be KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Private equity's in there. Cuts it all up. Pizza Hut's out at $2.7 billion valuation. Hold on. You mean to tell me GameStop is 4 times more popular, valuable, bigger than Pizza Hut? Shocker. I love that. I like Pizza Hut. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not buying it. A little fatty. I don't like all that bread. Nope. I remember Pizza Hut. You get to roll in. And what do, guys? All you can eat buffet for lunch for $4.99. Holy shit. You guys don't remember those days? Maybe just me? My bad. How about, do you remember the day I told you what was happening with Pizza Hut? You don't remember the day I told you? Okay, check this out. So Pizza Hut, how were the buildings shaped when you were growing up? What were they shaped like? Little stand with pizza, cheapy head, the little top, this angled roof. I said, oh, they're getting rid of those. They're putting everybody in square boxes. Taco Bell. Taco Bell used to have the old, OK Corral Spanish front. Even triangular tops, too. Taco Bell, square boxes. The buildings. Pizza Hut, square boxes. KFC, square boxes. Why? Because when you carve out that asset and you have that commercial property, you're going to sell it. That's why Wiener Schnitzel, I'd love to know what they're going to do. If you guys don't know the shape of their buildings, have you ever seen a triangle? Square boxes. Carve out that asset. It's gone. It's doing its thing. I have some stocks to go over. I said tonight we will. Huh. Did you read the headline about how Dave & Buster's missed every mark? Terrible investment, Dave & Buster's. Private equity went in there, gutted that damn thing, overextended, having bad leases, all of it. They missed their mark by like 25%. Now people are saying GameStop should go buy it. Wouldn't you love to give out Pokemon cards for playing the games and everyone be in there trying to play all these games to win some Pokemon cards? Excess. I wonder if there's a licensing deal that some has to happen there. But I will tell you, great idea. Do we have to buy it? No. We're buying eBay? There's synergies and there's partnerships, retail via e-commerce, and it all makes sense, right? GameStop does for eBay. Kind of like Netflix. Netflix came in and said, you know what, we're going to do Paramount deal, Warner Brothers deal. We're gonna figure this whole deal out. We're going to try to be a bidder in here. And it fell through. Netflix made a bid for Roku, or was planning to, and it fell through. Now look at Fox buying up Roku. It's like Netflix has all this cash and money and design, and all they're doing is sticking with their own little sector here. They're trying to do things that are going to mirror what they currently do. Think bigger. Become a financial institution a la GameStop. That's what I would like to do. So tomorrow morning, at some point, there's going to be an 8K that drops for eBay, and they're going to announce the results of these proposals. What does it do? What does it mean if GameStop, well, obviously they had tremendous influence on what eBay's about to do, but what does it mean if eBay, I stand corrected on my speech, what does it do if eBay did pass a proposal? We know what that is. What if it doesn't pass the proposal? What is the next step for GameStop and Ryan Cohen? Guys, I don't care about regulatory backlash. GameStop buys over 15%. They can't buy the company for 3 years. They can't do this takeover. They can't do this. I would love for Ryan to come in and buy 15% of this company, buy 20% of this company. I don't care. I don't. When you buy 20%, you get to call their earnings 1/5 of yours. You get to. Go read the fine print. Keep doing what you do. They can't stop you. They eventually have to come to the table. They're eventually going to lose. So I'm excited for that. Oh, by the way, Pizza Hut sold to Long Range Capital. Yeah, private equity. Well, let's talk about SpaceX for a minute because, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life. Or me, whatever. SpaceX, trash. Biggest heist in the history of the stock market. Literally the biggest heist. SpaceX agreed to buy a company called Sensor yesterday. Was it Sensor or Cursor? Cursor. Bought Cursor yesterday. For $60 billion. That's the price tag. For an AI memory company. Who gives a shit what they are? The CEO of that company, it's Sensor, right? Yeah, it's Sensor. I'm trying to remember. Cursor. No, it's Cursor. Oh my God, I don't know why I do that. So to see. Man, see how my mind is? I'm getting old here in front of you. They buy Cursor. Hello. And their CEO is 25 years old. Of course. Do you know he's now a billionaire because of this deal? Billionaire, paper champ. Why do I say paper champ? Anybody know why? Because SpaceX is buying that company with stock. Everyone buying into SpaceX right now. Hello? McFly? Hello? They just bought $60 billion worth of another company with stock dilution. GameStop does that. Oh my God, $60 billion? But see, the difference between GameStop and SpaceX, GameStop has money. GameStop makes money. You think AI makes money? Hey, OpenAI just leaked a financial document that shows they lost almost $21 billion last quarter. $20.9 billion in operational loss. A la R&D, research and development. Yeah. You know what that tells you? That tells you that the sensationalized demand that's not there, the demand does not outpace the expenses. The growth cannot outpace what it costs to do this business. It's not a profitable one. There's not a profit to be made. A lot of grandfathered in policies and pricing is going to be the reason why they'll bankrupt themselves and someone else will walk in and do it right. That's what happened in the dot-com bubble. Dot-com bubble, everybody had a gift in them. You know what? Biggest things, dot-com bubble, AOL, Yahoo. Guess what? All of them bankrupt, carved out, shipped off, stripped via assets, built into a new mainframe called the internet today that you see. And there's some choice companies that won. Companies that you didn't recognize, companies you didn't understand. Give you an example. Google. Google was a website, a search website. Google now owns AdSense, They own YouTube. They do everything. I think you should know that's not how they were viewed 30 years ago. You didn't view Amazon, the bookstore, the book company, like you do today. They sell everything and they have media presence. Hell, even Apple has expanded their catalog. So people cannot guess. Nvidia too. Microsoft, everybody has done it. So there's just so much to look at on that end. But shout out to Michael Truell. It was like Truell, but Truell, the 25-year-old who's now a billionaire on paper via SpaceX. Thanks, SpaceX, for your nonsense. And thank you. The new video, what is that new NVIDIA? I don't know what you're saying over there, but you're saying something phenomenal. You can't do that. We're going to look over these stocks. I wrote down 4 stocks. Let's see. I wrote down SoFi, JBL, CarMax, Fun. That's Six Flags. Palantir got upgraded. AVO, Broadcom got upgraded from buy to strong buy. Oh, buy's not enough. We need strong buy. Maybe you didn't listen to me the last time I said it. That's what it was. Big news, right? Big news. So we'll go look at those companies in a minute. Here's my big news. You guys, and thank you. Yeah, no worry. What did he say here? Fresh off of work, ready to digest some info. Hope you're doing well, Marantz and everyone. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much, American. I forget your name. American, like American. I don't know. Will you comment on the Bitcoin pledge as collateral for an option strategy in the 10K? That we've talked about before. It's not anything new. It was actually in the 10Q the quarter before. GameStop, or was it this? Because they just did this quarter, right? So maybe, yeah. It was in the 10K and this 10Q. It's fine. What they're doing is they're loaning out their Bitcoin or writing calls against it. And they're collecting premium. They have strike prices, to gather up some money. But it's a smart strategy because they're going to use the gains and or the cash. Let's just say they were to get assigned. They could roll out of it. They have enough cash to do that. But let's just say they get assigned to 80K a coin. They have a built-in provision where they actually end up buying back in at that price. So it's like they're not losing a total. They're just making money off of the interest itself and the premiums. So they can't lose. It's a win-win investment, and it's going to go up in time. But there's just so many positives to what GameStop's doing, not just sitting there stagnant. So that's fun. Palantir got an upgrade, which is bullshit to me. Well, we can always look at that too. But that's what happened there. So thank you. Apparently, Fidelity had a 0.2 rating for GME. Today, they put up and posted it 9. I saw 9.2 out of 10 on Fidelity. I saw 9.2 earlier today when I clicked on it. So if everyone's coming around the corner and and coming to the realization about what's to happen, that's cool. I'll tell you who's not coming around the corner. Let's go look at this tub of shit. This is the ugliest man on the planet, okay? And not only is he gross looking, okay, looking like Bigfoot, he actually stands for nothing. This is a guy who has zero integrity when it comes to investing, when it comes to being a person. He's short of being a man. And dyeing your hair at this age, looking like, I don't know, the opposite of a silverback, this man has zero integrity for me. I know this man. We've spoken plenty of times off the site. But for whatever reason, he's an AMC junkie. He is a paid pumper of information. I'm not alleging, I'm telling you. That's his words, not mine. I was offered money today to do a collab. I said no. And it was a financial collab. I said no. Additionally, I was invited to VidCon, the YouTuber convention in Anaheim next week. I was invited with press credentials. And I said no. Let my wife know we won't be going. Everybody right away, dude, this is your opportunity. You can collab and you can grow and you could do. And I'm telling you, it's not my opportunity. Because I'm not going to go chase it the way they want you to. I know what it does. It changes your message. It changes your creation. It's not real. You start becoming part of the process. You start becoming one of these guys. Does this guy make money off his videos? Slim to none. I know the truth. I know the whole market. But I also know the truth that people want to get to you. You ever want to see a snake? You can hear him before you see him.
What's up, yourself, man? Just going back to that. Well, you already know. I would say, I mean, at the park with the children just hanging out. They're out there back there playing. The better half is chilling now. It's not financial. This is my personal opinion. Before I get started, you already know the deal. Now, as we know, the AMC's pushing up pretty nicely. It's at $2.70. There's a lot of great sentiment in the market. A lot of people are excited. But what you're going to see in the media is you're going to see a lot of people saying that AMC is down 97%, that retail is got demolished. They've been through reverse split, and their portfolios are crushed. But what they're not going to tell you is the fact that AMC itself has momentum. The AMC is moving to the upside. The AMC is moving very nicely. Okay, now
Is that crazy? This is coming from the guy, and amongst not only him and everyone who watches him, the whole community, tons of people. You said there's no one. Those guys lost 99% of their investment. AMC at one point was $72, and that's on an adjusted flow all the way down to where you are at today. Do you guys even know you can't do 10 to 1? You're not allowed to do that math. When you guys knew AMC, okay? I'm going to go ahead and move it here, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. When you guys knew the stock called AMC, this is the chart that you knew, but this was on a float of 500 million shares. It is currently 600 million shares. I know what you're saying, guys. That's only 100 million more. No. It was a 10 to 1 reverse stock split. They are at the equivalent of 6 billion shares. This is adjusted. Now, I'm going to go grab my calculator for a minute. At the price point they were at $72, 72 times 500 million shares, that is $36 billion of market cap. They're currently at, let's go look at the number. Remember, they're having a hell of a run right now. $2 billion. Guys, 36 billion to 2 billion. If I ballpark that 3.6, 3. I'm saying 1/8. So 92% loss. A 92% loss. If I took the 2 billion, unbelievable. Actually, 95%, the 94%. This is a crazy number for people to understand. The $2 they're all talking about, none of these guys have it. They've all lost every dollar they put in. Even now. Oh, no, I bought it at $1 and it went up to $2. No, you didn't. Because you're buying it with money that you already lost. Somebody tried to call me and write in the comments. Do you guys even know someone was writing on the meltdown and was talking about my position as if I've shown losses or I had 2 different accounts? Did you miss the episodes? Are you blind? I have 1 account. 1. And I poured in money the whole time. The only shares that were drawn off of my Robinhood to Fidelity were the 50 shares that make up 51. 50 over there to computer share. That's it. Other than that, everything's been right here. No one, none of them, not even Mike, will ever show you the real position, the real profit and losses off of this investment called AMC. Nobody. We know the truth. You can't lie. You're all stupid. You're all extremely ignorant and irrelevant. Notice how I don't even play your whole video? I can't. You're stupid. You believed in Adam Aaron. You went and saw him in person. You shook the man's hand. The same man that is sending out dick pics to alleged you look like a 17-year-old Russian ballerina that I once hooked up with. Yeah, that guy. When he was 69 years old, he was sending 19-year-olds dick pics. That's who you're invested with right now. Oh, but it's just money, Marantz. We're just trying to make money. God's watching. That's karma. There's a reason why I live through it all, why I get through it all, why I get to raise my hand and be victorious through it all. Because some of us do this shit the right way. And the right way is not the easy way. It's harder. Yeah, we get it. But all the lies you tell to the people that are watching, and you don't give a shit because, hey, you don't know who's watching. You don't know a single one of your viewers, Mike. What, me? That video was sent to me. I didn't go look for it. Sent to me. I'll never look for it. You're blocked in my phone. You've probably been texting me like a ex that I'll never talk to again. I don't know. You're blocked. I'll never talk to you. All of you. You know who you are. Dead on arrival. Dead to me. Talking AMC like it's not a fucking penny stock. We're talking pennies, bro. You're disgusting. And you're commingling with Adam Aaron, his whole I run this business. What, because you badmouth him but yet still put money into him? I'm just here for the gains. No, you're not. I'm on a free ride. No, you're not. You're on an owed ride. You owed that money back. And you still do. And they're going to take it from you. And it's going to cost people money. They're all going to lose money again. And you're going to take no responsibility again. But thankfully, it's just bots and bullshit pushing it out. Bots and bullshit. That's my new name for you. That's my new mantra. Company losing billions of dollars over the last 8 years, and all of a sudden, oh, it's momentum. It's looking great. It looks good. These guys lose. Think about this number. They have 600 million shares now, and they lose over $1 a share a year. That's over $600 million in losses every year. It's a great investment. Disgusting. I'm disgusted for you. And I know why you only show the top of your videos, why it's always your big ass head. I know why. And there's no pause there. Because you're shaped like fucking, I don't know, Humpty Dumpty. You walk like you did fall off the wall. I get all that. Oh, I'll talk about personal appearance. I don't mind. Because your boy's working and your boy's grinding. Take your ass up on the mountain. You'll melt. Looking like an upside down ice cream cone. Dude talks like he fell asleep next to the microwave. Yeah, I know. Fridge full of snacks, this guy. Anyway. Thank you for the one free gift there. I appreciate you guys. I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. Thanks, General. You're welcome, man. Smash the like button. Yeah, I guess. All right, we're gonna keep going. We have other things to catch up on. I wrote a note here. What did I write? Oh yeah, forgot. Today was the Fed day. So we had the FOMC meeting, Federal Open Minutes Committee, whatever crap. I'm supposed to know this stuff? Nah, I'm not a nerd. I'm that dude. So they didn't raise rates. And what does that mean? Well, if you're not going to raise rates, and we're actually listing out the highest inflation increase we've had in the past 4 years, that should have been the perfect time to raise rates, but we can't crumble this market, can we? Second half of the trading day, they crumbled the market. They sold off like they're supposed to. because, hey, we're just going to keep them right where they're at. Why not raise them? Why not bite the bullet? Why not rock the boat? Well, that's right. We're on a timeline. We still got to go live with OpenAI. We still got to go live with Anthropic. My bad. GameStop's coming for your lunch money, kids. All of them. Hey, Brad and Chad and all the rest of you guys out there in Wall Street, we're coming for your kids' lunch money, not just yours. It's called generational wealth. We're going to take it from all of your generations. We're not selling a share, bro, and we're buying all of it. That proposal might pass tomorrow, and or GameStop's eventually going to own eBay 3 years, 4 years from now. You're going to be like, damn, he really did wait it out. Damn, he really is diamond hands. I am. I'm closer to the 10-year mark than I was when I started. Do you understand that math? Here, I'll help you. 4.5 years from now, I'll be at 10 years in. I already been here 5.5. I'm on the downward trend, babe. The tread's burning off the tire. I don't have a lot more road to go. That's just me in 1 decade. I'll see you after 2. I'm still going to be here like a son of a bitch. Never selling. No way. Not for these prices. Nah, I just can't, guys. Not that I'm so committed that I'm blinded. No, the numbers look too good. Fundamentally. You want me to prove it to you? I'm going to do my best here. I got this stock here I want to go look at. Okay? JBL. You guys heard of it before? I have. Some speakers. Some bullshit. Hey, Mike, get your fat ass off the screen, bro. All right, so JBL. Right here. So here's JBL. I want you to think about this, okay, guys? JBL is in the S&P 500. JBL has a market cap of $40 billion off of revenue of $32 billion. Profit of $800 million on the trailing 12. GameStop 752. They're $800 million. They're a $40 billion company. We're 10. If that. We're 9 tonight. They get a 50 PE ratio. They trade at 50 PE. Financials. So far, GameStop's beating the shit out of these cats. These guys are S&P 500 too. So, I'm just curious. Financials. As we go into the financials, you see operating income, quality numbers. Unfortunately for them, they have interest expense. So it brings it down. After taxes, you're looking right here. That's their profits. Great job. Amazing. So what the hell is GameStop? The margins of profit. There's no upside here. There's nothing you can do. This is their business model. They got to sell billions of dollars on a small margin, and they make some money. Shout out to them. Hey, cash. GameStop has $10 billion. Remember, all metrics are the same here. Boys have $1 billion. They got 1/10 of GameStop's cash, yet 4 times the value. Total current assets, which I would tell you a lot of it has to do with inventory. Holy shit, $6 billion of inventory. I hope you guys sell through it all. Hope there's not a fire. Total assets, $23 billion. $23 billion. Total liabilities, 22. Anybody know what I call that? Anybody understand what that means? They're a break-even company. Break-even company. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that. I forgot to warn you guys about my damn internet. So if you guys did not get the memo, my internet, I apologize, guys. My internet is off right now from Spectrum. I'm working on, I'm on a, what's it called? On a Hotspot. I'm on a hotspot right now. That's why I'm going live with anything. So if it cuts in and out, that's what it is, guys. It's not a strong current. I'm doing the best I can. But I love you guys, so you know I'm here. So here's my point. JBL comes out, and they have a tangible book value of $5 negative. Meaning if they sold off everything, they'd actually be in the negative. Book value of $12. You know who has a book value of $12? Or pretty close to it? GameStop. These guys are allowed to trade. Just so we're clear, this is why I tell you they're maxed out. P ratio of 50 and a book right here, price to book multiple of 29. 29. Is this something I'd want to buy? Absolutely not. Wait till GameStop drops on your lap. Wait till it walks in and hits you right in the mouth. GameStop right here, guys, for a company that's only $21 a share, for is absolutely nothing. I want to show you GameStop. Not only are they improving in every metric, every fundamental metric. Look at this right here. Their market cap has been decreasing every quarter. You go to PE ratio, it's only gotten better from 81 all the way to 16. Phenomenal. Price to book ratio from 2.44 all the way down to 1.65. Free cash flow ratio from 92 to 13. I mean, 13. PFC ratio. That's amazing. And look at this percentages of return. Return on invested capital. Guys, not only did we make record numbers this quarter, we did it on 13%. Return on invested capital, because we have so much capital, you couldn't imagine us making even more money like we could with the cash that we have. The balance sheet is, you can't beat this. JBL has 1 billion. We have 8, 9, 10, 11. Keep counting. It gets better. Total assets of 10, almost 11 on total current liabilities of 8.6 or 860. How long will we be in business? Forever? Yeah. This right here is on a free long-term debt right there. Free, by the way. 0% coupon. All of our debt is 0%. That's why our shareholder equity is so massive. It's 5 times that of any other company rolling with us. And I say 5 times that of JBL. And then here you are. Here you are on total debt, which is basically 0, like I told you, because we're net cash. Boom. Phenomenal number. Book value 986. Tangible book value 986. Not -5, right? So what company's better? What company has the most upside? What company is massively undervalued? It's only one. Guys, it's so awesome that the company's disconnected from reality. It used to be that GameStop was disconnected on the other side. Well, they're so high and the value's so low and the market's so low and the fundamentals so low. We're complete 380. Our price is so low and our value is so high. Now all it is waited out. You're on the right side of the clock here, guys. You're waiting out the right timeline. You're waiting out now. The turnaround is complete. You're waiting out now for the fundamentals of the market to match the fundamentals of the business. For a long time, it was the other way around. We've now officially turned it around. So shout out to you, the crew, for going on this long. Now, I want to look at another company. I want to look at a company called SoFi. Okay. SoFi is a company, a banking company. It gets a lot of credit for everything they do. These guys are on the up and up. Their market cap is $22 billion. It is more than double what GameStop is. They have revenue and net income. Their net income is nowhere near GameStop's because you're literally 50% less. Not only is GameStop going to be $1 billion this year, these guys are at 576. But yet their market cap they're given is massive. Would you agree? They have a PE ratio double of GameStop. Easy. But why is it that the company that looks like this, numbers-wise, that everyone wants to give credit to, everyone will tell you that this is a great number to have, net income of 166 compared to GameStop's I don't know what they did. 380, 389 for the quarter. Yeah, we're monsters compared to these guys. But yet you're looking at what I'm trying to show you is there's free cash flow burn off. There's all of it. But this is a company that people deem undervalued and or should get a better run. They're a bank and can't even have more cash than GameStop. Okay, total assets 53 billion. Yes, I understand that, but I also understand they have liabilities of 42. Then when you go look at it and you do all the math, $10 billion of shareholder equity. Marantz, what does that come out to? 785 on book. 785. So this is a company that everyone's saying is very undervalued. Their net cash per share is down in the negative. They're literally negative, and you're just looking at a number that you shouldn't be seeing. So $53 billion is a massive number. Now, here's why I tell you this. They're at $22 billion. Do you know what it takes to get in the S&P 500? 22 and a half? $22 billion to get in. They're here. They're going to allow these guys to get in before GameStop. And GameStop has better numbers. When you look at this chart and you see that they're down here at 17, peaking all the way up to 30, that's double the value. They have been all the way up to $40 billion of market cap, this company here. And they have half of what GameStop does. Half. How do you not give GameStop value above 20, above 40 if you're doing it for these guys? This is a better business model? No. GameStop's the winning one. Just wanted to show you how disconnected the market is from GameStop, and it's real. Is there any other company? Oh, CarMax announced today. That's what that was. And I was tripping out on fun, but CarMax announced today. Let me see this. CarMax. So they announced. Let's see if it came up. Are there numbers on here? I love looking at CarMax's numbers. Yeah, they're here. This is them. Oh, good. Okay, so they probably didn't put it on the final number because they don't, because it was aftermarket. Okay. Wouldn't matter. Look at this. This is awesome for me. So going to CarMax, looking at them, they have interest expense, they have all this, they have taxes. So they made $185 million. That's a good number for them. Remember, this is how I keep track of Carvana. I want to know what companies are doing. Look at this. CarMax, $6 billion company. Their revenue is massive, dude. Massive revenue, but they make minimal profit. That's the problem. So they trade, they have value. Yeah. See, how do you give Carvana so much credit and value, and these guys are in the same boat? Man, $27 billion in the market cap itself. It's hard to make money off of used cars. How in the world is this happening? I don't know. Enough of that. Enough of that. All right. I'm now closer to 2-year membership than I was a year ago. 22 months in. Yeah, greetings to everyone. Can't wait till next earnings report. Envoy, thank you for the 22 months, man. Damn, I just had an epiphany. Price to earnings, the price equals to what they earn. Jimmy to the moon, most undervalued stock on Wall Street. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, B, got a YouTube channel, same as my name. I do fish tanks and fishing videos. Okay, that's worth it. I hope you get some shine on that. We're closer to the last days of the Peter Act than Peter was in Acts 1 and 2. Oh, okay. So Marantz, you sure the 8K comes out tomorrow for the vote answer? I saw it takes 4 business days. They said that it can take up to 4 business days, and because it's a holiday on Friday, the market's closed on Friday for Juneteenth, then it could be until Monday. That gives them a whole week to prepare, 5 days. But the annual shareholders meeting recording should be up within the 24 hours. That's the difference there. So when I say it's tomorrow, it could be the next day or the next day. So absolutely. No sound from video. I hope not, bro. Dude looks like he's in Cathedral City. He's not. You know, we won't let him in our town, bro. He's not around. Somebody did subscribe to Fishy's channel. That's awesome. Instead of Carvana goes to HTZ. Very similar to GME as far as a turnaround company. Whoa, Fishy. Fishy. That is not what's happening at Hertz. You got to be careful when you use words like that, man, with me. Because I respect you, Fishy, but I'm going with you're welcome, Carter, and thank you. We're late. I like that 1337. I'm going to tell you something. No disrespect to you, Fishy, but you got to be careful when you talk to me like that. When you say things are like GameStop, it's like GameStop. No, nothing is like GameStop. Nothing, because we have Ryan. I gotta warn you, man, and I gotta tell you this because it's the conversations I have with my son, and I catch myself as a father. And this is where the show gets deep, and I'm sorry for it, but it's in my head right now. You guys ever seen that video from Des Bryant? Des Bryant had this video where he pulls out his phone and he reads something that he wrote down 6 years prior, and he finally shares it with people. And it's so raw. And he says, don't yell at your kids before they go to bed and then expecting them to have a good night. Don't yell at your kids in the morning and expecting them to have a good day. It just meant so much to me because when I was young, guys, as a parent, I was probably one of the worst type of parents because I was my parents at their young age. See, it's hard to blame my mom and my dad for what they did and the way they acted and the way the way they are, because they're ignorant, because they don't know, because they're young, because they're kids having kids. That's why I always say, if I had my kids now, I'd enjoy it so much more, because I wouldn't be living the rat race that we're all living. Fishy, when you tell me things like that, it triggers my heart, my brain, and I want to react, and I don't. And it's because I'm trying to be a better person. Since I've been on YouTube, I've grown up so much. Those moments back in the day where I would just cuss you out, go crazy, and the next thing you know, I'd walk into work and I'd have to answer to, corporate to say, hey, this is how you talk to people when you're not at work and you're a representation of our company, 24/7. I'd be like, yeah, you're right. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to go for mine, right? You give people so much ammunition. So I've chosen not to do that. And I go a different way. Yeah, I don't like Mike. I don't like him as a person. I don't like him what he stands for. He stands for nothing. It is what it is. It's a show. It's antics, or whatever they want to call it. Nah, it's also influence. But it's also educating. You got to educate people. Educate them on the process. Educate them on the traps of the internet. So yes, like my children, I don't want to yell at them when they wake up in the morning. And I don't want to yell at you guys when I start the show, and I don't want to end the show on a bad note, because it's probably going to be the lasting image you have of me. Some people watched this show 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and made an opinion about me from that one episode. And that's what I live with. I live with the opinions they made about me. People watched the interview of Ryan Cohen speaking on CNBC, saying half cash, half stock. We'll see what happens. Yeah. They're not getting the whole picture. So I'm going to try to do that right now. I'm going to try to reserve myself from the comments you make, but I'm just so real. That's why YouTube could invite me to VidCon. I'm not the guy. I'm the worst type of guy, because I'm not going to go there to shake hands and rub elbows. And we built this shit. We built this. Somebody said, Marantz, I hope you're disciplined. I hope you went and worked out again. I'm disciplined. I'm right here again. And I'm going to be here tomorrow. GameStop has built me, molded me, forced me to be who I am today. I'm a stone cold motherfucker. I am built for some real shit. All that trivial shit, all that things you guys want to get excited about, Go to a restaurant, they ain't got my reservation. Buy something online, oh, they frauded me. I got to go online and blast them. Oh, man, I bought something and it has a ripped corner on it. All that shit, I don't give one fuck about it. Nope. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I get to do the things I do. Keep taking shit from me. Keep making it more difficult for me in life. Don't worry. That journey is so much more fulfilling the next time. I'm dead broke right now. I got paid today and I am broke. I bought $20 GameStop. My life is good. I have found the bare necessities. The Jungle Book. You ever watch the movie? It's the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. What the hell? That's all I gotta do? I just gotta sing songs? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Really? You think I just gotta sing songs and imagine shit happening? The Secret? You guys ever read that book or watched that movie? I'll never forget, I had a dude, my landlord, give me that book and say, here, Marantz, read this. It's called The Secret. I put that shit above the shitter myself. Left it on the toilet, never turned a page. I only know what it's about because I heard a comedian say it's about envisioning some shit, and it happens. I've been envisioning some shit for a while, and it hasn't happened, but it will. I envision $2,000 a share, minimum. I envision GameStop, the number one company in the world. I envision Ryan Cohen being a real trillionaire, not these paper trillionaires and billionaires. I envision you winning, me winning, we winning. I envision GameStop buying eBay and taking it somewhere it's never been. I envision a lot for me and you in life. But the one thing I will tell you, I'm going to be right there with you every step of the way. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you out to high and dry. I'm not going to sell you. People got bought and sold for less. I'll just keep doing me for free. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. It's Spanish Wednesday, people. I think I've been killing it for a lot of years. Peace.
Bésame, vamos a recordarlo como la primera vez. Yeah. Tócame, vamos a sentir la sensación que sentimos aquella vez. Oh, baby, no sé lo que me pasa, que todos los días, mami, yo sueño contigo. Todo lo que hago, baby, es contigo. Yeah. Es que no sé si es tu boca o tu cuerpo el que me aloca. Ya como tú no existe otra. Y es que me mata tu amor. Pierdo el control. Es que me mata tu amor. Baby, no sé qué me pasa contigo. Amarte no tuve motivo. Es que me mata tu amor. Cómo me matas, baby, lo fácil que me atrapas. Es algo que no puedo aguantar, tan fácil que no puedo
si
controlar.
Se trata de amor, entonces lo vemos un rato. Si no la tengo, creo que me ese contrato. Tran de mirar su retrato y tran de pasar un buen rato. Usted y yo, el cariño crees, aunque no la tenga, ves. Dime qué te parece, voy a tratarla como merece. Hace mucha falta tanta que la venta es mi suerte y cuando me caigo usted me levanta. No se falta tanta forma de reconocer que la quiere usted en vez de una cuanta. Usted me encanta, usted. Si soy dueña de mi vida, si soy dueña de mis días.
Y es que me mata tu amor, pierdo el control. Es que me mata tu amor, baby. Es que me pasa contigo, más que no tuve motivo. Y es que me mata tu amor. Y es que me mata tu amor, pierdo el control. Es que me mata tu amor, baby. Es que me pasa contigo, más que no tuve motivo. Es que me mata tu amor.
Yo mi daddy,
Ángeles de Cuba, pa' que no te quepa duda.
que dice que de Cuba, lo más feo de tu Cuba, yeah.
Es que me mata tu amor.
Casi traen el vidrio, tío.
Here, B-Dog. I'm here now. I stopped playing music for you, B-Dog. Let's answer your question. And let's find out the real gist of it all. Because you're typing dumb shit. First off, if you really want to know what's happening with GameStop and or what you support and what you don't, you can do a couple things. You can start your own platform. That's the first thing. You know, you want to talk, have an opinion, go for it. But let's see what you said here. First thing you said when you came out the gate, you said, missed the last show. Did we discuss the lawsuit? Well, there's your first problem. You missed the last show. What? You missed the last show? How are you missing a show? Your life depends on it. This channel only exists if you watch it. It's an impossible thing to do. Learn about GameStop every day of your life. There are people out here sacrificing their time and energy so you can educate yourself so you don't walk into the next show and ask, well, did we talk about this already? Do your homework. Dedicate yourself. Lock in. Why do you think GameStop changed the voting rules? What the hell are you talking about? Are you talking about the fact that GameStop said that if you abstain from voting, it doesn't count against your no vote? Why would you question that? What possessed you to do that? Are you aware of the rules for your overseas investors that have GameStop shares that are not allowed to vote? They don't get proxy materials? What if your institutional investing and or international investing is much larger than you think? They're like 44% institutionally owned, and Ryan Cohen owns 9%. How are they struggling to get 50%? Who said they're struggling? This is crazy, man. I don't know how many times I got to tell you. This is an echo chamber. This is not a, hey, let's question what GameStop does. Because I don't do that. There's channels for that. There's messaging boards. There's bullshit Superstock and Meltdown. There's everybody out there wishes they were GameStop investors. They wish they were locked in like we are. But I promise you, if you type up bullshit, You get any little crease in your head where you think the way you're fucking typing, I'm sorry, doesn't cut it for me. Because you typed the shit. That tells me who you really are. Because when you say things like this, why do you think GameStop changed the voting rules? Who the fuck is GameStop? I'm GameStop. We're GameStop. Are you? You're supposed to be. This is the united front. This is how you win fucking wars, man. You know how you lose them? Your shit. I'm confused, LOL. Nobody fucking asked you. That's why I said I'm not. I literally typed this. I'm ignoring the dumb questions you're talking about. Oh, trust me. My mind works different than yours because I don't have I don't have one fucking ounce of doubt. I can't. You got to believe this shit. You got to be all in. You ever seen a boxer, MMA fighter? What's the first thing to say? You got to believe you can win. That's it. You have 1 ounce of doubt, you're done. And it's the simple shit. Why wouldn't you back your guy? Why wouldn't you back the institution? Why wouldn't you back Ryan Cohen? You speak like a meltdowner. Then you write, how is that a dumb question? Why would they change the voting rules and even subject themselves to this crap? 50% yes votes feels like it should be a slam dunk to me. Nobody fucking asked you. Yeah, you're a proxy solicitor? People paying you for your ideas? How about this? Are they watching you for your input? See, you can tell a fuck boy when you see him. This right here. My bad, bro. I've watched your show for the past 4 years and even sent me a gift card I won for Christmas. It was an honest question. My bad. No. Not good enough. I don't need your apologies. You see, I don't ever think you've done this shit when it's time to man up. We don't apologize. We wipe our blood off our face and we go, you know what? I got it. You ever been chin checked? You ever been slapped in the face and just look, okay, I'm awake now. Let me be your smelling salt. I'm a nice guy. I'm a get along guy. I'm just hey, let me ask you, how is your day? I know how to ask people shit. That's how I'm successful in life. Hey, can you do this for me? Hey, if you don't mind, can you go ahead and do that? Good. So let me ask you something. Don't ever write that shit again in my chat. Don't ever have a fucking doubt about GameStop in my chat. This whole, I'm going to talk to you guys the way I want to talk to you until the end of my day or the end of the stream. I don't want you to leave here and feel a certain way about me. No. Feel a fucking certain way about me tonight. Let these words echo in your head and everyone else's. I'm crazy about GameStop. But the one thing I am, I'm dialed the fuck in. I'm locked in, babe. You're never going to get me to doubt it anyway. I will run through a brick fucking wall. And you? You'll walk up to it and say, does anybody have a ladder? How are we going to get over this today? We should be able to do it. We should be able to leap this in one bound. No, really, we've been working on our vertical and we should really get over this wall. I don't see what's the problem. We're in shape. We're phenomenal. Weak, bro. Fucking weak. I'm serious, B-Dog. I've known you forever, B-Dog. I have. I know who you are, dude. You don't have to drop your credentials. Even now, even in the moment, you need to tell your people and tell your team and remind them who the fuck we are. You ever seen a coach go in there and just cuss out his star player? You're a bench warmer. You're not a star player. but I'll cuss you out the same. It's GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Lock in. Peace.